The Tates, we've been waiting for these pictures. Let's put the microphones up.
Biden administration. And our prosecutor recently decided, because we have no active indictment in court, to let us go and return. This is a democratic society. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, as my brother and I are. And I think it's extremely important that we stop allowing media spin, wrap-up smears, lies, or carefully constructed narratives from George Soros-funded operations trying to destroy the reputations of good people who have no intention to do anything other than follow the law.
Given the case hasn't concluded, will you return to Romania? Did Donald Trump help get you the travel ban lifted? Did Donald Trump help get the travel ban lifted?
Well, a brief statement from Andrew Tate before he gets into the car, surrounded by security and, of course, many cameras there. You heard Neda firing questions. She's there in front of the camera. So, Neda, I hope you can hear me, but just take us through what Andrew Tate said when he addressed the cameras in full.
Yeah, well, Andrew Tate came out, his brother Tristan beside him, and essentially his message was that everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But then he went into some of his more controversial talking points, saying that there was essentially all, a conspiracy against him, that he didn't do anything wrong. I tried, Matthew, to ask what guarantees there would be that he would go back to Romania if he did commit to doing that, because the case there isn't closed despite the travel ban being lifted, and if he had given any assurances to the Romanian government that he would return. He didn't answer that question. And then I did also press about whether Donald Trump had helped in the matter. We know certainly that members of the administration had pushed the Romanian government to lift the travel ban. But essentially, Andrew Tate coming out in a very defiant way, saying that to not believe media spin against him, that he had done nothing wrong, and then he got in and drove off.
And as we've been reporting, Neda, some of the victims here in the UK who have criminal cases, who have civil cases, are aghast at today's developments. They had no idea this was coming. The day started with them in Romania. It ends then with them in the US, saying they are innocent. What happens with the court case? I mean, the Romanians are expecting them to go back, but there must be now a huge question mark about whether they do.
Why did they come to South Florida?
That's right, Matthew. And, you heard from several of the lawyers that represent some of his accusers in the UK, for example, expressing real frustration, that saying Romania should be embarrassed by what they did, that the accusers were just devastated, but then also raising questions about the US-UK relationships. The lawyer, one of them, Matthew Grant, had suggested that Downing Street knew about this for over a week and asked why nothing had been done, because as we know, there is an extradition request that was approved by the Romanian courts to have the brothers taken to the UK, where they are facing a civil case of rape and human trafficking. So there was that question mark of how will that then proceed as well? Will the Trump administration agree to extradite them if the UK asks? It's certainly, the timing is complicated, of course, Matthew, with the Prime Minister there at the White House.
I talked there about those people through their lawyers who feel that they've been totally blindsided. They're not the only people, because Florida's governor had absolutely no idea this was about to happen either, did he?
That's right. Ron DeSantis had a press conference this morning unrelated to this, but he was asked about the Tate brothers, last-minute flight here to Fort Lauderdale. And he revealed that he was given no advanced warning whatsoever. He didn't know anything about it. And on top of that, Matthew, he said that they are not welcome here in Florida, that anyone who is facing those types of allegations is not welcome in the state. So it's interesting, because Ron DeSantis, a Republican governor, certainly aligned with Donald Trump's agenda, but they have had rifts in the past. And he did acknowledge it's ultimately up to the federal government to rebuff or allow the brothers into the United States.
Neda Tawfik, thanks very much. Thanks for firing those questions as Andrew Tate and Tristan arrived there.